Love can be beautiful, but what also makes a relationship sustainable isn't just shared values and butterflies. It's also shared financial clarity, because if we can't talk about money, then we're not ready for true commitment. Like, think about it. We're out here seriously dating, building connections, and falling in love, but there's so many skipping out on one of the most important, most revealing conversations you'll ever have with your partner. And I'm not talking about the how much you make flex. I'm not talking about the let's split the bill debate. I'm talking about the real conversation, the real talk. What did your upbringing teach you about money? What's your relationship with debt, saving, giving, or discipline? Because here's the thing, money reveals mindset, and mindset can reveal maturity. Now, you don't need someone perfect with money, but you do need someone that's honest, willing, and disciplined, because love may bring you together, but misaligned money habits will quietly pull you apart. So when people say to me, Coach CD, money ain't everything, I say, you're right. Money isn't everything, but it sure does impacts everything. And in relationships, money becomes the invisible thread that pulls everything apart, and it tugs at everything. Like how you vacation, how you raise your kids, how you pay your bills, all the way to if you will have enough for a rainy day or for a stormy season. And unfortunately, many couples don't have real money conversations until after they moved in with one another and a money problem occurs, or until after they're engaged, or until after they're married. And you got to remember, most relationships fall apart because of one or more of these three things: communication, intimacy, or money. So if one or more of these three things are missing, there's no support for the weight of the union. So if you haven't started talking about money, like how to use it, how to manage it, or how to build it, you're not just avoiding conflict, you're building a relationship on a silent time bomb. Now let me be clear, it's not about perfection, it's about alignment. Because if you have someone who's debt-free with the perfect credit score, a Roth IRA, and a 10-year financial plan, wonderful, that's great, but you can't stop there. Always evaluate their character. Because a person can have great financial stability with a corrupt character, and a person cannot be stable financially but have an upright character. So when you're dating, don't be blinded by their looks. So look for the fruit in their character and look for the fruit in their relationship with God. And when it comes to money conversation, look for awareness, willingness, openness, and emotional maturity. Are they aware where they stand financially? Are they willing to grow and adjust? Are they open to financial accountability? And are they emotionally mature enough to have uncomfortable conversations? That's assessing alignment. And when there's alignment, you can establish the vision of where you want to be. And you can establish the vision of where you're leading your family to, because alignment keeps the relationship sturdy. Now, all relationships are flawed, but alignment and the sturdiness can outweigh the flaws. Because without alignment, you'll always feel like you're dragging somebody behind you, or you're being dragged into financial chaos that you didn't create, but you quietly participated in it because you didn't have the conversation about money when you were building the intimate relationships. Because money habits reflects more than just finances. A person's money habit also reflects deeper character traits. Like, do they keep their word? Well, that may show up in how they manage bills and commitments. Do they avoid discomfort? That may show up in impulse spending. Do they value long-term vision over short-term pleasure? That may show up in their savings or lack of it. Do they believe in preparation or just prayer? Well, that may show up when they pray and do nothing, completely discarding the part where God says faith without works is dead. Let's turn that into a math equation. Faith minus work equals 0. So do they work for what they're praying for? Do they sacrifice for what they're praying for? Or do they be lazy waiting for someone to come save them, or waiting for someone in their dating pool to come save them? I always say, money is a mirror and time reveals. Once money is in our hands, it has the ability to reflect what's on the inside of us. So you know how some people say, oh, well, money changes people. Money don't change people. Money makes people more of who they've always been. And it just took for money to be in their hands so it can work as a mirror to reflect what's been on the inside of them all along. And time allows for the mask to fall off. So when you look closely, you will see who a person really is. Money conversations exposes it, and time will confirm it. So if you're building something real, like marriage and partnerships and legacy, then being financially aligned has to be part of the equation. Now, you don't need to turn date night into a financial intervention. Now, I'm not saying that. Let date night be date night. But you do need to be intentional when it's time to have conversations about finances, especially within your relationship and your marriage. So if you're listening, you're like, dang, I already got married, but I didn't know to have this conversation up front. Or I'm already seriously dating, and I didn't know to have this conversation up front. Well, there's still time. Bring this wealth and wisdom conversation in your home and into your relationship by asking questions like, hey, babe, what did your parents teach you about money growing up? What's your biggest financial goal right now? Are you more of a spender or a saver? How do you feel about budgeting together in the future? Notice how they respond, not just with what they say, but how they say it. Do they tense up? Do they shut down? Do they laugh it off? that tells you everything you need to know about their comfort level when it comes to financial responsibility or financial vulnerability. And it's not judgment. So don't go beating them up over the head, because remember I talked about there may be some financial trauma there. So don't judge. Just gather the data to see what does the data confirm. Is there enough relational equity to work through the discomfort? Gather the data to see if the data confirms. If this person is aware, is this person open? Is this person willing? Does this person have emotional maturity? Now, they may not have them all, but if they are at least open and willing, then they may just be worth building and growing with. But always make sure you evaluate the fruit of their character and the fruit of their relationship with God. Because couples who are financially aligned tend to fight less about money and reach shared goals faster and feel emotionally connected because there's transparency within the relationship. They tend to recover better from setbacks like job loss and medical bills because they work together financially and they don't work against each other financially. So don't marry what you can't talk about. If you can't talk about money with someone you're building a life with, that's a bright red flag, because how a person handles money is rarely isolated. It's usually connected to how they handle pressure, planning, and partnership overall, because relationships need more than just chemistry. It also needs alignment, clarity, and vision. Hey family, I hope you enjoyed today's Wealth and Wisdom conversation. Let's talk about the woman you're becoming. The woman you'll be in 10 years or 20 years or even 30 years from now. Because she's counting on the decisions you're making today. The question is, are you creating a financial plan that takes care of her later? So if you're unsure or didn't really have time to map this whole thing out, this is your moment. I'm opening 5 complimentary financial clarity sessions for women 40 and up with me and my licensed financial advisor. Together, we'll help you gain clarity around retirement goals, income protection strategies, and having a long-term wealth plan that matches the life you desire. You'll walk away with confidence to answer questions like this. Am I financially prepared for the next chapter of my life? Will I have enough to live comfortably and independently? And what can I start doing now to protect and grow my money for later? So here's how to apply. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, complete the short questionnaire, and submit a 90-second video explaining why this session would be so beneficial to you. And on September 17th, we'll select the 5 women and go ahead and get you scheduled for your October financial clarity session. Now, you will be notified by email, so make sure you're checking your inbox. Because taking care of her, the future you, is one of the most powerful moves you can make right now. Always remember, your mindset is the key to unlocking your financial freedom. It's time to leave behind what's comfortable for what's possible. All we have is now, so start now. See y'all next week.